Concerning the foreign direct investment, we are not that successful, of course, as Greece, but we also noticed increase of FDI inflow in previous years. So totally we attract 6.6 billion euros so far. We are very proud that most of foreign investors are in a production sector, namely about 34% is production sector. We also attract 24% in banking sectors. So majority of our banking sector is actually owned by the foreign banks. Also, we have 13% of foreign investors in telecommunication sector, followed by trade, real estate, services, tourism, and other sectors. Concerning the top investor countries, namely the top investor countries the top one is Austria, followed by the neighboring countries such as Croatia, Serbia, Slovenia, but also we have investors from Russia, Switzerland, UK, Italy, and Germany. So 90% of our investments are coming from European countries, but also we are not satisfied with the FDI flow for Greece, so it's quite moderate. At the moment, it's only 2.5 million euros. Here is the list of the foreign investors that we have in the country. We are very proud to notice that we have Alumel, which is actually Greek investment in the country. Those investments are also from the countries that I mentioned so far, but also some from the Middle East countries. Now, maybe just to stress out the main reasons why you can consider Bosnia and Herzegovina as your next destination for your business or your investment. As I have said, we have strategic location in Southeast Europe, also stable financial system, favorable trade but other agreements, investment-friendly legal environment, tax and customs system which is also favorable, competitive price labor, low operating cost and natural resources, industrial tradition, and plenty of investment projects and investment location that can be offered. So concerning our location, we are placed in Southeast Europe, so we are some kind of a gateway, always been between East and West. Concerning the road railway network, it needs to be developed, but we expect that the new highway that will connect Budapest with Luka Ploče in Croatia, actually, and going through the country, will also improve our infrastructure. And also we are looking forward for more infrastructure towards Greece, so in order to be well connected, it's also prerequisite for business people. Concerning the financial sector, we are very proud to say that our currency is very stable because it's fixed to euro with fixed exchange rate and under the currency board arrangement. So we have also stable prospects by the Standard & Poor's and Moody's. We have high central bank reserves and our external debt is duly serviced so far. And also, as I mentioned before, foreign ownership in the banking sector is approximately 80%. So the banks that you can find everywhere in Europe are also present in the country. Concerning the foreign trade regime and trade agreements, also if you invest in the country, you can benefit not only from investing and exporting and the market of our country, but also you can benefit from the markets of other countries that we have the signed agreements. So we have signed agreements, CEFTA Central European Free Trade Agreement, also EFTA Free Trade Agreement with Turkey, and preferential export regime to all 28 European countries, including Greece. Concerning the trade agreements, we believe that's very important to notice that we have signed agreements on avoidance of double taxation as well as agreement on protection and promotion of investment with Greece. It's also a statement of the Greece company why it's very important to have a free trade agreement in the country, because in that case you can export whenever you want, you can export without any special costs. Concerning the legal environment, actually law on the foreign direct investment in Bosnia and Herzegovina ensures national treatment. So it means that you have the same rights and same obligations as the citizens of Bosnia and Herzegovina. You can transfer abroad any profit that you earned in the country. You are also protected against nationalization, proprietization, and any other measures. You can also also own real estate and have the same property rights as the citizens of Bosnia and Herzegovina. Of course, if your real estate is part of your investment in the country. You can also free employ foreign nationals in your companies. Concerning the taxes and customs system, actually our valid added tax is unique. It's 70%, comparing to, I believe, 24 in Greece, with some distinction between 13 and 6. It's much more, let's say, lower than in Greece. But especially concerning the corporate income tax, it's only 10%. I noticed that in Greece it's about 29, so it seems that it's 3 times lower than in Greece. We also have additional tax benefits. Personal income tax is only 10%, plus we have low customs rates from 0 to 15%. Concerning incentives, maybe it's important to notice that equipment that is important and it is part of foreign investment is actually exempt from paying any customs duties. Concerning the labor force, here is actually data on average net monthly wages. It's quite low. Still, our gross wages are a little bit higher because of the contribution, but still we are competitive, especially if you consider the European countries. What is very important to note is that our agency every year visits at least 50 foreign companies. So we noticed that majority of the companies actually satisfied with the labor force, with the skilled labor force, and they were to adapt to the business model of the foreign investor. Concerning the low operating costs, we actually have the low cost concerning the concerning the electricity, concerning the water, concerning some gas. You can rent or buy a business facility or land under the much more affordable price than in comparison to European Union, especially according to FDI magazine. Actually, Bosnia and Herzegovina is at the 3rd place at top 10 mid-sized European regions of the future concerning the cost effectiveness. Of course, as Director Milinic said, FIPA is at your disposal. We can offer you some of our investment projects. We can offer you some of investments location. We have a very good cooperation with municipalities, but also with any other institution in the country. So if you decide to come in the country, we really do our best to identify your perfect business partner in your sector, to identify the location that is according to your wishes, to identify maybe suppliers that you may need. Also, we have still prioritization opportunities to be engaged in public-private partnership projects, opportunities in concession or joint venture with domestic companies. Here is the list of the most attractive actually sectors. It includes traditionally metal and automotive processing industry, but also wood industry, agriculture, food processing. We must admit that concerning the energy sector and especially hydropower potentials that we have, we are the most advantaged in the region, I mean Southeast European region, and also ICT sector is quite booming. Also, if you need any kind of information related to business environment or considering investing, we are just please contact us. We are at your disposal. Even if you are planning to come in the country, we believe that you will find plenty of business options that you can consider as a profitable one. We have headquarters in Sarajevo, but also the offices in Banja Luka and Mostar, so we cover all the country. Evharisto Poli.